This follow-up to a report we had last night. Now, students of color are not getting an equal opportunity to take advanced classes. This is the finding of a Team 12 investigation that's based on data from every single school district in the tri-state area.
Senior investigative reporter Walt Kane has this Kane in Your Corner exclusive.
By any measure, Jordan Fields was a standout at Columbia High School in Maplewood, an honors student, varsity basketball player, and state champion in track and field. But she says several teachers, one in particular, kept trying to talk her into dropping out of honors and AP classes and taking basic courses instead.
And I was so defeated after having this woman continuously tell me that I was not capable of succeeding in her class that, I began to internalize it.
And we were horrified because what we saw happening was the erosion of our daughter's confidence.
Jordan's father learned other parents in the district also believed their kids had been discouraged from AP or honors classes. They formed a group called the Black Parents Workshop.
I said, look, I think the only way they're going to take us seriously, the only way we're going to resolve these issues, we're going to have to litigate.
In 2018, the Black Parents Workshop sued the South Orange Maplewood School District, alleging discrimination. Last summer, the district settled, agreeing to make it easier for black students to enroll in advanced level classes. School officials also wrote a letter to Jordan's college, saying she'd been the victim of bias from a teacher.
I can still remember how embarrassing and painful that entire year was. And to see a victory of this nature is, I can't put it into words.
South Orange Maplewood schools are not unique. We broke down data from the U.S. Department of Education and found while things are getting better, students of color still get fewer academic opportunities. Imagine if every high school student in New York could fit into one classroom. Black, Latinx, and multiracial students would fill about half the seats. But if it was an AP classroom, they'd fill less than 1 in 3. In New Jersey, again, black and brown students make up about 50% of overall high school students, but in AP classes, 1 in 4. And in Connecticut, exactly half the seats in our virtual classroom, 20 out of 40, would be filled by black and brown kids. But in a virtual AP class, it would be not 20 seats, but 9.
So what we really need to remember is that when we set the bar high for students, they'll meet it.
The nonprofit group Education Trust says instead of students having to opt into advanced classes, any student who qualifies should be automatically enrolled and have to opt out.
We know that just having access to gifted and talented programs in elementary really makes a difference, right? Having access to 8th grade algebra really makes a difference, right? That means that students can take calculus in high school. That means that they don't have to pay for that course in college.
But other advocates say schools may not be able to afford that approach without more funding.
I would caution against sort of simple solutions like that, because that kind of mandate then gets loaded onto a school that may not have the resources.
And if you're wondering about Jordan Fields, she didn't let her teachers at Columbia High School discourage her. She won a scholarship to the University of Pittsburgh and is now attending law school. She plans to focus her legal career on education equality.
Helping create a better education system for children. And so I think it was not necessarily a defining moment for me, but I think it was the beginning of a lifetime of work.
This is such an important discussion to have. If you do believe your child has been the subject of bias in the classroom, the Black Parents Workshop recommends communicating your concerns in writing to both the school and then copying the superintendent. The group says if you have a meeting, always follow up with an email summarizing what was discussed or agreed upon. For more information on your school or district's record on education equality, go to our website, news12.com.